We got to get Russ in there.
No, sometimes.
We'll put the milk carton one.
There you go. And we got the library.
Yeah.
It's the latest, it's the greatest, it's the library.
Miguel's going to be starting a new show on
Yeah.
191 next week.
Next week. Well, we shot one already, so it might be
You'll
Oh,
be
you
on
did-
next week.
Oh,
though.
you did? You have one? You
Tuesday.
recorded one?
Tuesday we recorded one
Who
here.
was your guest?
It was my son-in-law.
Oh, your son-in-law. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I needed somebody I could scare.
Oh,
He was
very
really
cool.
good. He was really good. He likes to talk, and so we
Well,
just flowed.
that's all that matters with
Yeah.
this.
Got to
Yeah.
keep people's interest.
Yeah.
That's great.
It was fun. It was
No
fun.
shows.
It's about
Yeah.
stories, like I was telling you. It's just about stories, people's
Yeah.
stories, because everybody has a story. That's why I love to hear people's stories. And
The whole world is a story.
the
That's what
world
sales is all about. It's a
that-
story.
That's all we have. All we have is stories.
That's it.
Yeah, your life's
Really,
a story.
when you think about it.
You are 100% right.
Well,
Yeah.
you got to be happy with the last snow job.
Yes. Snow job.
No, your street looked pretty good.
Looks great. I tell you what,
The handicap ramp was clear.
I clear it.
Oh, you do?
I clear that handicap ramp.
Oh.
I take care of that whole corner and the handicap ramp. That's my responsibility. And I take all the way up the street.
I got to say, Benson Road was in good shape,
I-
except for the fact that it's got more potholes than.
I just drove down Benson Road. If they don't fix that this year, they're in a lot of trouble. There's cones where there's gigantic holes.
I know.
I mean, the only worst hole I saw was where the hole was by the wood company. But they covered a culvert up when they paved that, and they should never been allowed to do that.
the wood company. Where?
Across from West End Creamery, where the fire was.
Oh, okay. I never noticed that.
Yeah, that.
Oh, there was a fire there.
Yeah, it was. Well, obviously, all of that water seeps underneath it.
Yeah.
It freezes and pops up the
Yeah, because
the asphalt.
on School Street, there's a culvert that's caving in,
Oh boy.
and it's been like that for a couple of years now. They just put cones there. It's got to be rebuilt. Those big where they got the cone on Benson Road,
Mm-hmm.
that's a pipe underneath there.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. I mean, I just drove by it, so the cone, and went,
Right.
got out of their way. I'm like, that's
Well,
a big hole.
There's a storm drain there.
Oh.
When they rebuilt Benson Road, they put storm drains in, and they put them over the brooks.
Oh.
You know, because back then we didn't have a DEP, so you could get away with it. So what they did is they just put the storm drain that dropped right into the pipe that went underneath. That had the stream going through. Well,
Well, they would have a heart attack if you did that today.
well, let me tell you, no sump. So all the sand from the road kept going into that pipe, and then flowing into the pond that we had on our property, till it filled it up.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, my uncle, before he passed on, went down and complained, and they finally came in, and they cut a sump. But, you know, it was years.
Wow.
You know, the town they rebuilt Benson Road themselves. I played it on 191 in the past. I have pictures of the stages as they were rebuilding Benson Road. My Uncle Ed took the pictures. But anyway, they do that. And the other part, the other drain is in the same spot where the brook comes across, going the other way now, heading down toward the back. It circles around, eventually ends up in a Blackstone. But here again, they did the same thing. Today, you would never get away with that.
No. My favorite people, the DEP.
Yeah.
They're my favorites, yeah. $1 million pipe, yeah. Remember
Yeah.
that one? You ever been to the sewer treatment plant?
No, where is that? Okay.
It's right off of 122. If you have to go to dump your leaves or your brush, you go through the sewer treatment plant. And there used to be these big turners that would put all of the water over, and the microbes would eat it, and it would run into this thing called Madigan's Brook. The gentleman who ran the DPW sewer treatment plant's name was
Jim Madigan.
Jim Madigan. Not just salt of the earth, great guy.
Yep.
And there's a brook that goes out to the Blackstone. And because the DEP could not measure what was coming out of the brook at the Blackstone, they wanted us to put $1 million pipe a mile into the Blackstone. Now, mind you, between where the brook starts and the Blackstone is the most beautiful marshland you'd ever see. Flora and fauna, as far as the eye could see. And we fought them. We fought them in court, and we won. Like, it's a natural filter.
Right.
But we can't measure it. Who cares?
Well, Jim told me we had an update one time, and the guy that the company did the update said to Jim, "See the water coming out? You can take a glass and drink that water."
Yeah, I'm not going to.
You can, not me.
Nope.
So how do they measure that though?
Well, what they do is they take the water,
Yeah.
and as it's coming into the Blackstone, what they wanted to be able to do is look at it and see what microbes were in it.
Yeah.
How much filtering that the sewer department did?
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a guy who is an actual chemist. He's there all the time, and he constantly updates and checks it. We used to call him the bug man, because when they had what the hell is it called? Student Government Day. I would be either the finance committee or the selectman, and I would, or sometimes the moderator, whatever. I would take a group of kids, and you take them to the police station, you take them to the fire station, you take them to the DPW, the town hall, and sewer treatment plant to see what the government really does, what they're responsible for. And they always were like amazed because people don't think of where that stuff goes. It's got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
You flush the toilet, where's it go? So
My
the kids
front
got an
yard.
education.
Goes in my front yard.
Yeah, well, you have a sewer. You have a septic, not a sewer.
Right.
So is it clean now? Is it safe?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Huh.
The sewer treatment plant is well run.
Yes. Always.
I
has
don't
been.
smell it, so I mean, when you get
No,
close,
you've always done a good job.
No, that's the upper Blackstone you smell.
Yes.
Oh.
That's a tough one. That takes Worcester, Millbury, and part of Auburn.
Yeah.
And they actually dumped on us
Yes, they
in
did.
'05.
Yep, they did.
They brought stuff, waste.
They
though?
pulled the dam out, and the water came rushing down the Blackstone and flooded this whole area.
They deny it.
Really?
Yeah.
Water with waste on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Filled up my cellar,
Who came up with that idea?
my apartment house.
Somebody was screwing around.
Yep.
Nobody
It was a
gets
heavy rain.
sued or nothing. Nobody.
There was a heavy rain and it filled up and
It filled up their filled them to overcapacity, and the only way that they could deal with it is to pop the
Right.
drain. And we got it, and it was awful.
So we're downhill from them.
many years ago, they call it sewer beds because they had these big pits, square pits, and they would put the raw storage in there and let it
And it would spin,
do.
and the water part of it would sprinkle out onto
Yeah.
these rocks,
Yeah,
and there's microbes in there that eat it.
right. But it was out in the open,
Yeah.
so you on a hot day you could get a smell.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
You could get you go down Route 20, you would smell it in Worcester too. They
Oh,
do
all the
same
time.
thing.
Wow.
On a hot day, in the summertime, that place stinks. As a friend of mine who lives in town, that's one of the operators up there, I always ask him, "How's the perfume factory?"
It's not as bad today because the new types of systems they have to use,
Yeah.
they don't do that anymore.
And they burn their own
Yeah.
because they got the scrubbers and everything.
They
Yep.
burn it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you burn the excess.
They got
When
the
you- when
big
you get-
chimneys there.
yeah.
You can see the chimneys. They burn the
And it
excess.
has scrubbers in it so you don't get anything coming out the top.
Right.
I'll tell you what, people don't pay attention to how the world around them works, but it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, you figure it out. It's got to go somewhere.
Right.
And
Well,
how they
back.
create it and how they adjust for heat, cold, extra water. That's why they don't want you dropping pills down the sewer. That's why you don't drop in heavy metals down the sewer, because it affects how they're processing.
Yeah. Some of that stuff they can't get it out.
Right.
Well, I have a septic, so
Okay.
But
You're not on sewer on Galway?
no.
no,
Wow, didn't know that.
no. you know that it was the biggest advance in mankind when we learned to take this raw sewage out of the cities and towns and away from the populace. Because you go back far enough, you know, in the morning, they would open up the window and throw it out in the street. You didn't know that?
I suppose they had to do something.
Well,
with
that
it,
was
so
common.
Sounds like a good idea.
And, you know, if you were walking by, you might get hit. It was
That
not
would
uncommon.
not be fun.
That was not
Didn't
uncommon.
the Romans start doing the sewers?
The
sewer
Romans
systems?
actually were more advanced than we were after the Romans. The Romans had sewer systems.
Wow.
They had a lot of public toilets, and you go in, and it was, they were what do you call them, bisexual, or I don't know,
Unisex.
unisex. Yes,
Not
unisex.
bisexual.
Unisex. I couldn't remember. the word.
Bisexual bathrooms?
They were unisex bathrooms, and they had them all over Rome, all over the place.
I-
And you'd
that's
go
funny.
in and you'd pick up your toga and have a seat, and
Toga.
they had a bucket with not a brush, but like you know, maybe cat nine tails or something. And everybody would use the same bucket to wipe themselves. They'd dip it in the water and put it back.
Mm.
But they had a system that everything ran into the Tigris. And Europeans did do that for many years. That's why all of the rivers in Europe are polluted. Because they used them for toilets for so many years.
Hey, we're doing the same thing with the oceans.
Yeah.
We're destroying the oceans because all of these cruise ships and all of these merchant marine ships are just dumping their stuff
They're
right
not
in the
supposed
ocean.
to.
Up my ass.
I know, they're not supposed to.
Hey, when I lived in the city, you used to watch the barges go out into the ocean with the trash on
Oh,
it.
I know,
and
and dump the
and
rubbish.
come back empty.
Yep.
That was when I lived in New York City.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
But they had to stop that.
Well, yeah.
But they,
But imagine that. You would watch these barges go down the Hudson with all the trash. There was a place right on 145th Street where the trash trucks would go out and they'd dump and it'd go on a barge and then they'd
Yep.
push it up to the edge and the trash truck, and then the barge would go out into the ocean, however long it took and they just dump it.
yeah,
It
but
would go-
later on, they built that mountain.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's a mountain on the coast in New York.
Yeah.
It's called Staten Island.
Yeah. All it is trash.
Yeah, the whole
Staten
thing is,
Island,
the whole
for
thing is
real?
big trash.
Yeah. Huge. It's huge. It's way up there.
Wow. Are they still filling it up or?
No, it's
No,
done.
they've covered it over.
Yeah, it's covered over.
So it looks like a natural hill was there,
Wow.
but it wasn't there before.
No, no.
If you start digging, you'll find the trash.
Yeah, well, probably a couple of bodies. It was
Yeah.
the city.
You know, someday, you know, say a couple hundred years from now, archaeologists will be in there digging and say, what was life in New York when Russ was there? We'll dig down here and figure it out. I mean, we do that now. Archaeologists do that now. They dig in some of the best diggings when they find former dumps. But yeah, you know, for years, you know, they dumped you're empty. You had the party
Yep.
at night, and they would just open a window and throw it out the
Throw it
window
out
into
the
the
window.
street. And that's why you had epidemics,
Mm-hmm.
because people were sick and they just passing it around. They didn't know.
Yep. Now we're germaphobes.
Yeah,
We're all germaphobes now.
yeah. But we live longer partly because of
Oh, hell yes.
sanitation.
Well, back then, if you were 50, you were old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you didn't have great sanitation. You know, Native Americans didn't take a bath all winter because they felt it kept you warmer. That was not unusual because it,
Yeah, and they were all eating peyote buttons anyway, didn't they?
yeah.
They were smoking a wacky weed. They didn't care.
And back then, how often could, you know, it was always, oh, when I was a kid, you didn't take a bath. We didn't have showers. It took a lot to take a bath. You had to fill a bathtub up and everything. So you took a bath on Saturday nights, whether you needed it or not.
Once a week?
Once a week, whether you needed it or not.
Whether you need it. You probably
Trust
needed
me, you
it.
probably needed it.
No, I couldn't start my day without a shower.
Oh, God, it would make me crazy.
My grandmother in Venezuela had on the backyard was a hole
Yeah,
with a cement a cement block with a hole.
If you go to
That was the toilet.
No kidding.
you go to the Middle East, all right?
Open. Also, there was no wall, nothing to
Well,
cover it. So you go out there, and
The water is a commodity.
the only thing that covered it was the trees around the yard.
Wow.
And we had neighbors too. So
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty wild.
I remember that. As a little kid, I remember that.
Yeah, we had the.
How many years ago did you come here?
Came in 1978,
Oh, God, you've been here 100
right
years.
after the blizzard. Remember we were talking
Oh, no
about?
kidding.
Went to the
I missed
78.
it. I totally missed it. Yeah.
You go to Saudi Arabia, water is a commodity. You go to the bathroom. I'm talking at the airport, anywhere. You go in there, you'll see a hole and footprints.
That's where you stand.
That's where you put your feet and squat.
Get them going, not going there. I'm good. I am fine.
And they don't use toilet paper, use towels,
Ooh.
and you throw them in the dirty hamper.
Yummy.
No bidets or anything like that, huh?
You can get a job of picking up the towels.
Yeah, I know. Mm-mm. Yeah,
Oh.
that doesn't interest me one bit.
Here's another interesting thing about my grandmother's backyard. And it's I tell you because it's very unusual. The guy next door had a vulture for a pet.
A vulture
Oh.
for a pet.
Vulture. And the vulture used to come over to our yard. And I remember one time I was teasing the vulture. I was throwing rocks at it. And he got upset. So he started chasing me steadily. So I started running. Well, how many people have you heard that had a vulture for a pet?
No,
No,
very
no.
rare.
Yeah.
We have some turkey vultures around here.
Oh, boy.
They were
this
right
was
by
a
your house
serious-
one time.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see them?
Turkeys, yeah, vultures, turkey
No,
vulture. I don't
turkey vultures.
Yeah, they're big.
They're big bastards.
know.
They're
I
like
don't know.
about the size of a turkey.
Yeah.
So is it like a regular vulture or something? What is
Yeah,
it?
they got the neck and the whole bit.
Oh, they
But they
call
fly.
them. They call them turkey vultures because of the
Yeah.
neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have a hawk in my backyard.
Oh yeah.
He's my buddy. He's my buddy.
That's the same
I was
guy.
overrun. Yes, probably the same one.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Because he moves from part of the neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because I
yeah.
was overrun with chipmunks.
Yeah,
Not anymore.
I
He-
saw
he
him go after
plant-
one up in the tree.
He planted himself at the tree next door. No more chipmunks.
I think the chipmunk got away on the one that I saw, but he was fighting one at one time.
Yeah, I have.
Quite a sight.
I had a problem a number of years ago with field mice. I would catch them alive. I had a little trap that would catch them alive, and I'd bring them down on the other side of the row, way down in the woods. And I let them go, and I say,
Now come back.
they come back. They got to cross that big field, and that hawk is always swooping around. Good luck.
They gotta walk the distance.
Yep.
I got some when I was in Forest Street. I used to get mice inside the house, a little mice. So I got them those humane
Yeah.
plastic things. They open up and when
Yeah.
they come in, they close.
I can't find those
So
anymore.
they can't get out. Well, I used to catch them every day. I get one and I go to the backyard, put them out there. But the next day there was another one.
Of course.
But one day I forgot one for like 2 or 3 days.
Oof.
Forgot to get him out of there. And I went in there. He was still alive, but he was shaking and skinny and. So
I
forgot the
can't
poor
find
guy.
those traps
We
anymore. If you
I
ever see
keep-
one,
Yeah.
We had a terrible problem with skunks in our neighborhood.
oh,
Mm.
So, you know the farmer's daughter?
yeah.
One of the wildest guys you'll ever meet in your life. He owns the farm up on 20,
Mm-hmm.
called the farmer's daughter. And he's an old-time wild guy farmer. He just knows all of those weird things. And my wife was talking to him. She goes, the skunks are eating my plants. He goes, not a problem. Plant them everywhere. They'll grow. They'll widen out. You'll be fine. She said, what is it? He said, put your nose in it. It was peppermint.
Oh, is that right?
He says, they're all a factory. You'll never see them again.
Peppermint.
She put peppermint plants on all the corners of our house and all the corner of our property, and they grow wild and wide. Gone.
Wow.
Gone.
That's
They
a good
hate
thing.
it.
Good thing to know.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Oh,
gotten?
he had some stories. I was there one day, and there was a woman, and the way he approached things was very unique. Because a woman said, because he had garden stuff, he had trees, he had cows and all that. He said, woman said to him, I have a terrible problem with a woodchuck. He said, okay, you want to get rid of it? She said, yeah, that's what I'm asking you. And he looked at her and he said, are you married? She said, what does that have to do with anything? He said, answer the question. She said, yeah. He said, do you know where the woodchuck's hole is? She said, yeah. He says, okay. When your husband comes home tonight, give him 2 beers. She's looking at this guy like he's completely nuts. So he says, what? Yeah, have him a couple of beers. And when he's got to go to the bathroom, find the woodchuck hole and pee in the hole. You'll never see him again.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, they smell a human.
They
I
don't like
wish
the
I had
human
known
urine.
that. Back when I was living in Waltham, we caught a woodchuck
Yeah.
on the backyard. The backyard was just from here to the window. And we caught him and we called the animal control and they said, well, you have to release him somewhere around you, far away in your property, away from your house.
Just
It's like
pee,
right there.
pee right in the hole.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm a city kid. I didn't know that. And when we were talking, because he was in the Rotary, and Rotary used to meet at her restaurant. Mm-hmm. And one day we were talking, I said, I never seen that before. You have all these cows, but you have a donkey. What do you have a donkey for? He goes, I have a donkey on each side of the street. I said, why? He said, because donkeys and coyotes are mortal enemies. Yep. If a donkey smells a coyote on the property, he'll search it out and stomp it to death. He says, I don't lose cows anymore. I used to lose 1 or 2 cows a year to coyotes. I'm like, where do you come up with this stuff? He said, you just learn it over the years.
Yeah,
Farmer's daughter.
Yeah, people had to work things out
Yeah.
when they farmed, and they worked them out, and they would find different tricks.
Yeah, truly amazing. Truly amazing guy.
But we have the wild animals are coming back in numbers.
Oh, boy. There's a ton of deer poop on my property.
Yeah, where are they gonna go?
It's going to get worse when they clear cut.
Yeah,
I saw a fox go right across my front lawn the other day. For real. Red
And
fox.
there's a few.
oh yeah,
around.
there's one up by me.
So I know I've seen one little one. The tail's like this big, and here's the fox is this big.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was a red one. But when
Yeah.
they clear cut behind the house, behind that school, you and I, we're going to see a lot of animals. Because they got to go somewhere.
And we got more developments coming in.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's unbelievable. Well, I don't want to get into it because I'm on a planning board. So, you know, I really can't discuss it publicly. But we got a couple of big ones. We got one coming out on Moon Hill Road.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's kind of good news, though, right? A little growth for the town, or
Well, growth is not always good.
Yeah.
no? You
Depends
don't
on what
think
type of growth.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a over 55 development.
And that's perfect.
That's good because there's no kids coming into the school system.
Yeah.
It's going to be private roads, so they maintain their own. They do their plowing, maintain their own streets, everything. No cost to the town, but they pay taxes.
Mhm.
But if you have
The only thing that they use is the fire and the police.
yeah, but if you bring in regular houses, big colonials, couple of kids per house,
Mhm.
and what is it now? $15,000 a year per student.
Oh, yeah.
So, $30,000. They don't pay $30,000 in taxes.
Yeah, but it's okay. The state makes up the difference.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and more kids to bus, so the busing costs go up. There's a lot
The
of things
busing is
involved.
ridiculous today because they stop at every house.
That's for the younger ones.
I know. It's just crazy.
The high school kids.
Yeah, well,
don't.
that's, yeah. Just,
No, it's a tough call, and you know, I know. I got the solar farms. I prefer having those because we get revenue out of it, and it doesn't take up anything.
nope. Nope.
It doesn't even use fire or police.
No.
Those are not the best looking things, though. So
Yeah, but you get used to it.
Yeah.
They do cut all the trees down. That's
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is that right? Well,
Oh,
I
that's
guess they
where
have
was
to.
it? They did that with one of the dumps in Worcester. They turned it into a solar farm.
yeah, the former landfill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You really can't build anything on it because you don't know what the methane's coming out of it.
right.
Because all of that stuff that decays sends methane out. That's
Well,
why they have those pipes in it.
The former town dumps got a problem with methane.
Yep. Always has.
Yep.
Always has.
And you know, really, I don't know why. I know in places they do trap that.
Yeah, it's a tough. It's a big process.
Yeah.
It's a big process to
So,
trap.
I mean, you must have to have a place where you get a lot of it.
Yeah.
But
Boggles
there
the
are
mind.
places that they do trap it.
What boggles my mind is the dump off the Mass Pike in Holyoke. I mean, in Ludlow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, that thing's a mountain. It gets bigger every time I go by it. It's got to be 300 feet
That's
tall.
BFI.
It's huge.
It is.
Garbage.
I don't know how to. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how the hell they get away with it.
Ludlow.
Look at the one in Shrewsbury
Yeah. Yeah.
from Wheelabrator.
Oh, they got the
And that's
perfect thing
all
right
ash.
behind it now.
What's that?
The DOT.
Oh, yeah.
What
That's all
about
ash.
trash?
That's
do
all
they-
ash.
What do they eventually do with that? They're gonna cover it or something?
Just
Yeah, cover it
yeah,
up.
Cover it. There's an inert product called fluff. It's microfiber. It's inert, and as you put one layer down, you put fluff on it. You put another layer down, you put fluff on it. The fluff compacts to like this much, but it seals it. They did the same thing with when they took all of the bad soil out for the big dig, and they took it out to that island.
Right.
A friend of mine had a 10-wheeler. It's all he hauled. That's all he hauled for 3 years is fluff. It weighs nothing. It's no pressure on the truck whatsoever.
What
But
is
he made a
that?
fortune.
What is that thing they say? Clean fill needed. What is that?
Well,
mean?
that's
I don't even know.
That's people looking for dirt
Dirt.
that's clean, that hasn't got any hazardous material in it.
That's what they mean. That's what it
Yeah,
means.
they want to fill in.
Huh.
But you can't do that to a wetlands.
No.
They might
No.
have a gully or something they want to fill in.
Yeah. Or their back area of their house.
Yeah.
They're going to build up a little bit.
See, that worked out good when Dick Sawzo put the water line in on Benson Road. My son was building his house. And we needed to fill in. I told the guy, hey, you want to get rid of that? Because you have a lot of extra material. When you put the pipe in, they have to put clean fill around it.
Right.
So, hey, bring it right over here. And we let him park his equipment on our property as well.
He doesn't have to truck it anywhere.
Right.
Everybody wins.
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
Oh, yeah. But we're going to be moving the mountain over by Cormac. They gotta level it
I
down.
know. It's just funny. You know. It's
How
just
about-
funny.
Well, how about Mount Coughlin?
Mount Coughlin. That's a good name for it, Mount Coughlin.
We
Did you
had a
see his
farmer-
wife was on TV?
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. She's with a lawsuit.
Yep.
I think she won that too.
It's still running, but there's a good chance she's going to win that.
Yeah. But he was the town manager. We had a former dump,
Mm-hmm.
and it was an old style dump. I was a kid. It was a burning dump. Used to burn everything.
Yeah.
And in fact, we used to go down there as kids and play. Because that was fun to play in the dump. You never know what you find. I found some good stuff down there. I found a World War I helmet. I don't know what the hell happened. to
Wow.
that. I went in the army. My father threw it out. But
Oh.
yeah, we used to take the aerosol cans and throw them in the fire. They go,
Oh, that's a smart move. Yep.
boom!
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great idea. That's like putting the bottles in the fire.
So
But
you
I mean,
could
it
get
was-
close to the fire.
We didn't get close. We
I
take,
mean, you could close enough to throw a can.
yeah, well, you could throw pretty good as a kid, you know.
You'd have
But
good aim.
anyway, it was, and you'd get dirty because it was all ash.
Ooh.
Because it used to burn everything. The White Machine Works dumped everything down there. It was right next to the Blackstone River and the canal. Well, they closed it finally. And when they closed that, we went over to another one, which is now closed as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that one there, when they closed it, they didn't cover it. They just put a barrier up and said, you can't go down here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a company came in that wanted to bring in fill that was cleaner. And they worked out a deal with the town manager. And actually, he got in trouble over it, but he did a good thing because all that stuff was leaching into the Blackstone River.
Mm.
Because it was never taken care of properly.
Mhm.
And they sealed it up. But now you go by there, right across from Austin and Gas, there's a big mound. There was never a mound there. That was actually a valley. Till we filled it up with rubbish, and then after that, they filled it up with, that company came in and covered it. And you know what another dump was? Before that, the town dump?
No.
Well, before that was down in Rockdale. That one's never been cleaned up either.
Where?
Right where the Ross-Rajat Bridge is,
Yeah.
right after the Ross-Rajat Bridge, the dirt road goes down.
No kidding.
Yeah, and there was a dump down there when I was a kid. But where the plumber's playground is,
Yeah.
that was a quarry.
No kidding.
Yes, that was a quarry. They quarried a lot of rock out of there, and they filled it in by using it as a dump.
Wow. So if we put the fire station on it, you got to take all of that out.
No, it's been covered for so many years, nobody knows it. They built right on top of it. Don't put a cellar in there.
Don't put a cellar in. Do you think they could get away without having a cellar, those guys? You get so much crap in that cellar now.
I know. Well, now, you know, it's just like if you got a garage on your house, what happens? You fill it up
Yeah.
with everything but the car. Well, if you give them a cellar, they'll just fill it up. You don't give them a cellar, they can't fill it up. Right.
I agree. I agree. That's a great place for it, though.
Yeah. But I don't think it's going to happen.
No.
No, you got to find a place that we're going to have to pay a couple $1 million for.
Ugh.
Isn't that the way we do it?
Of course. You know what's funny? We could have built that back when we were dealing with it for probably $5-6 million.
Yep.
Do you know what it's going to cost to build a firehouse now?
Oh,
I was
$20-30 million.
Just talking to a guy who's building a new Natick firehouse. $25 million.
Hey, 20 to
And
30
they
million.
own the land.
Yep.
He does the plumbing for it. So I was like, good
But
Lord.
Natick too, though, right?
Yeah,
Might
well-
be a little more.
Yeah, but-
Well, they have a huge fire. This is a fire station. This is a secondary fire station.
You know, the thing is that your labor costs are higher. We have to pay prevailing wage because it's a municipal project. And your costs are higher, and also all material costs are higher. It doesn't go down. It just keeps
Nope.
going up.
Nope.
You know, in a way, that's why we get the school out of the way. You know, maybe it's not a great spot, but we got to do something, and it's going to get higher. That happened in Uxbridge. They fought over that school for what, 10, 15
Oh,
years?
yeah.
And by the time they built it, it was 5 times what the hell it would have cost them originally.
Yeah.
So you don't gain. Look what this is costing us compared to what the high school cost. I know it's bigger. You got a lot more grades, but still, it's a heck of a lot more money too.
Yeah, it is. And we're going to be paying for it for 30 years.
Yeah. And look, the high school's almost 20 years old now.
It is 20 years old.
It's, yeah, in 2020,
20.
right?
It's 20 years old.
Yeah, well, next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The high school,
Yeah. It's paid off.
pretty good shape.
Yeah, we paid it off early.
Yeah, paid off early.
Oh, wow.
By paying it off
Excuse
early,
me.
we saved a lot of
Excuse
money.
me. The Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the best piece of advice you'll ever hear. When these people tell you it's going to be a community school and everybody's going to be able to use the property for whatever clubs and organizations, the word I'd like to use I can't use on here, but it's bull something or other. Because we've heard this time and time again, and you never can use the property.
Really?
Oh, we've gone through this crap so many times. Everybody, we're going to build a new track, and everybody can use it. We're going to build a new high school, and everybody can use the indoor track. No,
We can't use the indoor track?
please.
No.
Well, they started to, but then we had problems.
Oh, they had some problems with
Yeah, sure, yeah.
undesirable people?
Well, you know, they wanted to move our studio in there.
Oh, okay.
And I said, no. Oh, what do you mean? I said, no, because I want my own access.
Right.
I want to be able to get my own door in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're going to put your door. Yeah. Go down and look where they're going to put the studio. There's no way. There's no outside wall.
No.
You get lied to. And that guy's long gone. He's no longer superintendent. But,
Thank God.
I mean, I
You could tell he
fought
was-
it, and I'm glad I did.
You can tell he was lying.
Yeah.
His lips were moving.
Yeah.
He was one of my favorites.
His hair used to move too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You had a moving hair?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I think he took it off to go to bed at night.
right.
I never laugh at that, so it doesn't happen to me. If you laugh at something,
You know what, though? If it is what it is,
Yeah.
don't put some dead animal on your head. It's just awful.
No. I mean, it doesn't matter being bald. Well, now it's
Now it's
it's
yeah.
people shave their head to be bald.
Yep, not me.
No, me neither.
No. I've had people ask me many times, is that a wig? Oh, yeah. Sure, yeah. Yeah, I staple it on.
Well, I've had receding hairline, but I figure I'm pretty safe on the top because.
We could do a Trump.
Yeah, I know, huh? It's amazing how
Bring
he
it
does
out
it.
I don't know how he does that. That is an amazing thing.
Well, I'm in my 70s, so I figure I'm pretty safe now.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah,
I'll
you
die
know,
with my hair.
You're not picking up any chicks anymore.
No,
She's not going anywhere.
I'll die with the hair I got.
There you go.
My wife says, "Oh, you should dye it." I said, "Why? Look,
Dye
it took
your
me all these
hair.
years to get it this color."
That's a lot of worry up in there.
Yeah.
a lot of wisdom.
Well, you know, it starts gray and then it turns white as you get older.
Yeah, I thought it just turns white right away.
No, it turns
No.
gray
Gray.
first. Then it
Really?
becomes,
That's why they call it gray hair. It's
The old salt and pepper.
as
I
you
always
get
wondered
older,
because-
as you get older, it becomes white
Oh.
if you live long enough. Like the designer that just died, he had that long white ponytail.
What you got me?
Left his cat $25 million.
Meow.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll adopt a cat.
What is wrong with you?
Want to help the cat out?
Leave the cat $25 million.
Well, he never married.
Give it to something worthwhile.
I think I heard of this guy. Is this not the same guy that wanted to marry his dog or something?
I don't know.
Might have been. Well, he was from Paris.
I
The
heard,
designer.
yeah, I think it's the same, maybe the same guy.
I can't remember his
He
name.
didn't want to marry his dog. He said if he could marry his dog, he would do it.
Oh.
I think it was this guy. Because I heard some
I think he had a
designer.
screw loose.
No,
or
maybe
two.
more than one. Yeah.
Or two. Yeah.
He was eccentric.
You think? You think? I love those people, man. It's just they have no concept of reality. I have a running. I just looked at the award over there. I have a running argument with my son-in-law. You know what he does.
Yep.
And this, I will not turn the TV on Sunday night. I refuse. I will not watch that disgusting display of stupidity. The Oscars.
Oh.
The Oscars.
No way.
So here you
no
got
way.
you got a star, and you pay him $20 million to do a movie,
Yep.
and he does a good job at the movie. So now you got to give him an award. You gave him $20 million.
Right.
What the hell? If I get paid, I got to do my job, and I got to do it well.
Right.
Oh, if I do it, do I get to do it? But you know what? Everybody should get a trophy.
That's another thing. That's the problem with the millennials today.
Oh yeah, everybody gets a trophy.
I
Yeah.
think the Oscars mean anything today.
Stupid.
Anyway. There's nothing.
Stupid.
They don't really give them for talent anymore.
It's the same thing. I can't stand. And mind you, I saw him in bars when I was a kid, in Asbury Park and Seaside Heights, and Bruce Springsteen comes on the radio. I shut him off. I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan. I will not listen to anything that Roger Waters does anymore because he stops in the middle of his concert and starts talking politics. I don't care what your politics are.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm paying you to play music. Shut your mouth and play the music.
You don't get your political advice from celebrities?
No.
Like everybody else?
Really.
You know what?
They have no concept of reality as it is.
Laura Ingraham wrote a great book.
Yes.
Shut up and sing.
Shut up and sing. Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's probably because they figure I have a voice. So once they get the notion that there's a lot of people listening to them because they're actors. So
But
now
you know, they become. It's just like I can't remember her name now. She's got a couple of Oscars. Oh, she started in a movie.
Meryl Streep?
Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
She started a movie where she played the part of someone who had an apple orchard. So they have her come and testify as an expert on apples to Congress. Remember when they had the scare about the poison on the apples?
Because of the movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she started a movie, she's now an expert.
Well, that's when that line is, for a lot of people, that line is crossed. There are people out there who think that because Sheen,
Charlie Sheen?
no, the father.
Martin.
Martin Sheen
Martin Sheen.
made a commercial where he was opposing, the current president. So, but he was in a show where he was president.
Yes.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
people think, some people, I guess, they think, oh, he must have some authority because he played a president on
Yeah.
TV.
I
I
was
know.
a huge fan of Johnny Carson, a huge fan of Jay Leno.
Yep.
They made him get off because he wouldn't toe the line with the liberals. Now you got these two idiots that do nothing but bash the president. But if you have that where it's a Democratic president, oh no, you can't be on TV
No.
anymore.
But their ratings are down the toilet.
Oh, who cares? They
But if you
suck.
look at once in a while, Johnny Carson, very, very rarely, but he was tasteful about it. Once in a while, he made jokes about politicians.
Yeah, but he made jokes about everyone.
Yeah.
It
Right.
wasn't one side
He
or the
didn't-
other.
yeah, he didn't
He
make-
made jokes about everybody.
Bob Hope,
Which is fine. Oh,
Bob
he was the
Hope made
best.
jokes about
Yeah.
politicians.
But it was tasteful. It wasn't.
Right.
You hate this guy.
I mean,
even if it was in the other side, just because you hate somebody, it's just gonna decide. Now you're gonna send all this vitriol. It's not funny anymore.
No.
It's not funny.
Look at this. Look at this actor that's in deep trouble now. He paid the two guys to
Jussie
pretend to beat him
Smollett.
up.
well, he says that's not true.
Sure, it's not.
Smollett.
You can't get away with anything today.
He
They're
said,
already
he
indicting
sent
him.
the threatening letter to himself.
Yeah, they're already indicting him.
But he says they're only doing that because he's black.
Sure.
Did you
If
notice?
you don't believe him, you're racist.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Did you notice once the media started finding out that maybe he wasn't telling the truth, then they started being more reserved about how
Oh yeah.
they
Oh
report
yeah.
the news.
Oh yeah. It wasn't the end of the world.
Now we have to be careful how we report the news.
Right.
We really should not pass judgment before we get all the facts. That's the attitude they took after they found out that the guy more than likely is lying. But before, no, they jumped right on it, like they've been jumping in all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad to see these kids. This kid that's suing
The Covington.
the the Covington kid who's suing the Washington Post for $250 million.
And other people. I hope he wins
And
every
he's
single one
suing
of those
others.
cases.
That's the kid that remember got approached by the Indian guy with the drum.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, and they made him into a bigot and
Yeah, oh, yeah.
a racist and everything
Well,
else.
because that's the narrative. That's the perfect
Yeah.
narrative. And that's why they fell for this Smollett guy, too. That was the perfect narrative. Hey,
Right.
guys wearing MAGA hats, racist, they want to hurt people. Perfect. It's got to be true.
You know what they say? If it bleeds, it leads.
Yep.
That's the problem. Everything in this news cycle is it's
Well,
got to bleed.
Part of the problem is you got multiple 24-hour news channels. So they're all out looking for something to say.
Oh, I love this. Only on our channel.
Yeah.
And 2 minutes
But,
later.
they got to go out looking for news. They'll make up the news if they can't find anything.
By the way, I was totally disheartened when Jorge Quiroga retired.
Really? I didn't know.
When was that? When did that happen? Recently?
Yeah, like
Oh.
in January.
Oh, he's got to be in his 60s.
He's probably
No, he's 72.
He's up there. a
72,
little bit.
wow.
He's 72.
Well, I mean, he's relatively a young man.
But you remember
Yeah.
when he came down here
Yeah.
and he interviewed all of us?
Oh, he did?
He was when we had the flood.
Oh.
One of the classiest gentlemen I
Nice
ever met.
guy.
Yep.
And his cameraman was with him for 25 years.
I remember Jorge Quiroga watching him. Was it Channel 5, I think, right?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, there was. I'm telling you, I'm watching this thing and I'm like, I'm sad. I'm truly sad. Like the guy was a great reporter because he didn't put a spin on it. He just reported it.
They don't no longer exist, I don't think.
Yeah.
Not too many of
The
them.
ambassador to New Zealand's wife also came down and interviewed us.
Huh?
You don't know who the ambassador to New Zealand?
No.
He used to be a senator in Massachusetts
Who the hell is that?
before Warren beat him.
Oh, Scott Brown?
Yeah.
Scott
Oh.
Brown.
Yeah.
Oh.
His
How
wife
about- I
worked
bet
for,
you he doesn't know who lived on Hill Street.
Oh, you mean the Oscar?
No. The lieutenant governor.
Oh yeah, the lieutenant governor lived on Hill Street at one time in a duplex.
Yeah.
What's his?
Her.
I,
Her.
I had a former state rep from Worcester came out here with me. I forget his name now. God, he's a fireman. Oh my God, he was. Well, anyway, I says, Lieutenant Governor. He says, no way. I says, she's living there. I'm telling you.
What was her name?
Jane Swift.
Jane Swift.
She was from Western
Jane
Mass.
Swift.
Yeah, she was from North Adams.
Yep.
And so it was a long commute into Boston, which became governor because Cellucci moved on to become ambassador to Canada. She lived out here to be closer to home.
Boy, that was the perfect example of a what's the word? Just two different sides of the coin.
Yeah.
She used the state police helicopter once for Thanksgiving
Yep.
and got vilified for it.
Oh,
Now, what's his name? The black governor.
yeah. The ball.
Deval Patrick used it every weekend.
Yep.
Nobody said a damn thing.
Going to the same area.
Different standards, double standards.
Going to Western to his house
Double
in
standard.
Western Mass.
Yeah. It's gotta get used to it, I guess.
But I thought you were going to talk about. We talked about the Oscars.
Yeah.
Betty Davis's husband was from Whitensville.
I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah. I can't remember his name, but his first name was Oscar.
Oh, no kidding.
And when she saw the first Oscar, the first statue,
Yeah.
she said, it looks like my husband Oscar naked. And that's how it got the name.
That's hysterical.
That's how it got the name coming.
Whatever
called
happened
the
to
Oscar.
Baby Jane? That's a great one.
Yeah.
But I can't remember his last name, but he lived in Whitensville. And
Huh.
she used to come out here with him.
No kidding. I didn't know that.
Last name
Yeah.
wasn't Davis?
Someone who might call in. Wasn't Davis, no. Well, she was from the area.
Really?
Yeah, she went to school in Ashburnham at the Cushing Academy. I knew some,
Ashburnham. Well, I knew a guy from there too.
yeah, well, I knew a number of people up there, and I knew a woman up there that went to school with Betty Davis.
Well,
at
we
Ashburnham
had a town
Academy.
manager from Ashburnham,
Yeah, first town manager.
and I never heard of the place before he came here. I'm like, where the hell is that?
He was the first town manager.
Yep.
The first aide to the selectman, assistant to the selectman, Mr. Moynihan.
Right.
He lives in town now, up at Shiny Rocks.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, he moved back in town. Was it Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan Moynihan. Went on to become a state official.
A lot of them become state officials.
Yeah.
We call them hacks.
Yeah.
Like who becomes a state rep and then becomes the head of the Fish and Game? I
Yeah.
wonder.
Who's now touring the country in his Winnebago.
And let me tell you something. If anybody deserved to be the head of the Fish and Game, it was him.
Well, that
Because
was
he
up
was a
his alley.
maniac hunter and fisher.
Yeah, that was right up his alley.
Yep, it was the perfect job for him. George Peterson was
Yep.
was our state rep for years, and that's what he did when he retired.
Never wore a wig.
No, he never wore a wig. No. We had a lot of fun with him.
Yeah.
Used to torture him.
Yeah. Well, most state reps, if they're long enough, end up with a decent job. In fact, Senator Dick Moore, I'm going to do an interview with him. I told him to come on my show now. I can't beat him up anymore. He's did a good job with the state.
Oh, that Dick. No, Mike Moore is the other one. Dick
Yeah,
Moore.
Mike
no more
Moore.
Dick.
Mike Moore, no more. Mike Moore is going to be on About the Valley next week.
Oh, good. Mike's good people.
Yeah, he likes coming on. We have good talk.
I saw Dick in a gas station a couple weeks ago. It was really weird.
Looks great, don't he?
He looks great.
He lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Yeah. He says I says, aren't you glad you got retired? I said, look at the job you got now. He said, he is better.
What is his job?
Something to do with
Healthcare.
With healthcare.
Yeah, but he was always big up at UMass and
He was always on the healthcare committee. He was chair.
right.
So he knows the system. He knows about it.
He
So,
and I used to fight all the time because he wouldn't bring the bill in front of the state for the
You have a phone call?
alternative medicine.
right.
And now everybody's doing it.
But you know what's gonna be a big factor, in fact, well, we can take this call 'cause it's getting late. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Harry.
Yes.
Betty Davis's husband's name was Hiram Oscar Nelson.
Ah, that's it. He lived in Waynesville.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that
You would know that.
and that's how they got that's how they named the statue the Oscars.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she called it, his first name was Hiram, but his middle name was Oscar,
Is that right?
and that's what he went by, his middle name.
So I thought I'd call and let you know so you wouldn't go home and think about this all night.
Right.
You are
Now-
a wealth of useless knowledge, Tom.
You know where he lived?
Yeah, that's what everybody tells me.
So am I.
But
Do you know where he lived?
it comes in handy sometimes.
It's awesome.
Tom, did you know where he lived?
No, I don't.
I believe it was Leland Road.
Oh, no
Hey,
kidding.
could have, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it didn't last long.
No. No.
None of them do.
She was married a few times. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But just think of it now. When you see the Oscar, that's him naked.
I don't watch that.
Neither do I.
But that's a true story. She said when she saw that statue, she said it looks like my husband Oscar naked.
It must have been something.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see. Take
All
Good
care.
night, Tom.
Good
Yeah.
call, Tom. I couldn't remember his name. Yeah.
You know, it's always somebody has the information.
Yeah. That is good.
Somebody always has the information.
But well, I want to say before I go off, yeah, Jeannie's going to have a seminar in March about the new Leave Act, Family Leave Act that the state is looking at. They haven't passed it yet, but if you're a small business, that's something you got to look into. 'Cause
Huge.
It's going to be
It's
huge.
huge.
Also, next Tuesday at the town hall, I'm chairman of the local historic study committee, the LHSC. And we're having a public hearing on the local historic district that we're mapping out. I'd like to see people come there and learn what's going on here. This it's going to make us give us some national recognition that we could use. So it's well worthwhile. It's got to go through town meeting. It's got to be approved by the selectmen. Go through town meeting and put the bylaw onto the town meeting warrant. It won't happen till October, but here's a chance to learn what's going on. And we're going to wrap it up pretty soon, but
What's it going to cost us?
not a nickel.
There you go.
Not a
There's the answer you
nickel.
needed.
Doesn't cost anything.
There's the answer you needed.
And when I'm done with that committee, I won't miss the paycheck. Nope.
Any news on the selectmen's race? I know Charlie's running.
Yeah, and I don't know if Jay Athanas is running or not.
How about the moderator?
I haven't heard. Haven't heard a
He
thing.
just should let it go and let,
Yeah.
what the hell's his name?
Oh, Jack.
Jack. Jack do it. Jack did a great job.
Yep.
He really did.
He did. He did a great, really good job. He was
Terrific
excellent.
job.
For taking it on, you know.
But again, the guy's a sharp guy.
Yep.
He knows the law and he knows how to handle people.
Yep.
You know, he does. It was very, very good
No,
to
he
see
did a
him up
great
there.
job. He did a great job. Super job there. Meeting went along real quick and
Yep.
fast and everything else.
Yep.
I picked up my nomination papers today
Oh, good for you.
for the planning board. I could have done a write-in because I don't think anybody's running. No one wants these. We're having a hard time finding people that go on any boards.
It's a busy lifestyle right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's busy.
I mean, we went a long time with vacancies on a planning board. And
I can't run for anything.
no.
No, that way I want not if I want to sleep in the house. My wife had enough of that.
Yep.
I still every once in a while get a call. Can you help me? No, got nothing to do with me. Nope. Did my 20 years. Done. 21.
21
Yep.
years.
Yeah, 6 years on the finance, 15 on the board of selectmen.
Yep. And well, you got paid on the board of selectmen.
Oh yeah, huge. Oh my God. I bought my summer home with it.
Yeah.
The one I don't have.
They used to pay, all the town boards used to get paid.
Yeah.
And you get health insurance too.
That's what they do in Millbury. They still do that in Millbury.
Yeah, we stopped it.
That's insane. I know. It's
'Cause
crazy.
All the self-employed people would run for office
Right.
Just
because
to
they could get their health insurance.
Wow.
Be on the town's health insurance program.
Which is costs us a bloody fortune.
Yep. Well, back then it
That-
wasn't as
No,
bad.
but that line item right now is
That's a big
croaking
one.
us.
Yep.
As it's croaking every other business.
Yep. Yeah, health insurance is very costly.
It's awful. And the deductibles are out of control.
Yep. And you know, when you also carry retirees.
Oh yeah, the unfunded liabilities? Those are my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah, but you're carrying their health insurance as well.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That comes under that category line item of unfunded liability.
Yep. I know.
Used to love when I was on the board, they would send a mandate down and not give you any money for it.
Right, the state.
They want you to do what but
Yeah.
they're not giving you the money to do it. And I'm
Right.
like, no, we're not doing it.
Yeah, the state does it all
Take
the
the
time.
money away from me. You're not giving me any.
The state
Just
does
the
it all
craziest
the time.
things.
Yeah.
We're mandating that you do this. You paying for it? No, then shove it.
Yeah, but then they'd come back and take it off the cherry sheet.
Well, you had to be careful what you did and didn't.
They would take it off your state allocations. Call it a cherry sheet because it comes on a sheet of paper that's like a cherry color.
Tough dealing with
It's
the
really
government.
nice how they take all your money and then dole it back to you a little piece at a time. It's really
Yeah.
sporting of them.
You know, leave it here.
Yeah.
You know, they pay bigger property tax in New Hampshire,
Mm-hmm.
but the money stays at the town. The state doesn't collect it. They don't have sales tax,
Sales
You know,
taxes, right?
they don't have
income tax.
Yeah.
You know,
But they do have other taxes that encompass other things. You know, they have road use tax, stuff like that. But the
Right.
interesting thing is their state legislators are part-time.
Right.
New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds
Yeah.
like a good idea.
Yeah,
Yep.
when you think about it, because you're only there for a certain amount of time and you don't get a big paycheck out of it. It's
No.
just you're done, go back to your job.
Yep. And I don't think get a retirement either.
No.
So they have that live free or die
Uh-huh.
on the
Uh-huh.
license plates.
Well, that goes back to the Battle of Barrington.
They can have it.
Yeah, was a general that said, I'll either live free or die during the Revolutionary War, and that's where that came about. But people have turned around and said, it means that they're not going to charge me to live here. It's not true. That's not actually what it means. We got to go. Hey, tomorrow night my guest is Cheryl Carnival. I hope I said that right. Wrote a great book. It's available on Amazon called You First. A little self-esteem building book.
Sounds good.
See you tomorrow night.